We often don't think about freedom of religion and the right to spirituality when making plans to move abroad. You have to agree that going to holy sites in other countries has a magical effect that makes you feel better and more aware. Here are the top 10 spiritual countries in the world. Number 10. Switzerland. Even though traditional places of worship are closing, religious practices and beliefs are still upheld in Switzerland. Almost half of the people say they believe in a single God, and 1/4 say they believe in some kind of higher power. Women are more likely to be religious or spiritual than men are. 35% of women pray every day, while only 20% of men do. Their beliefs are also more varied. The women are more likely to believe in faith healers and psychics and go to therapists who have a spiritual part in their work. Number 9. Philippines. Spirituality is being studied a lot in psychology right now, and Filipinos are known for being very spiritual. Filipinos are known to be religious and spiritual. Because of this, it would be very important to come up with a way to measure spirituality so that more research can be done on the process and results of spirituality in Filipinos. Number 8. Australia. Australia is an old country with spiritual beliefs that have lasted for a long time. These beliefs come from a sense of belonging to the land, the sea, other people, or one's culture. In the last few hundred years, the religions of the colonists, especially Christianity, have had an effect on Australia's spirituality. Christian spirituality has changed and grown over the centuries, which is very clear in Australia's increasingly secular and multicultural society. Number 7. Mexico. Want to go on a journey of the spirit? Go to Mexico. It is the best place to heal your spirit, in part because spirituality is a big part of Mexican culture. Mexico has a lot of spiritual places that are important for their history and culture. When you go there, you can feel the sacred energy of the past. Of course, when you think of Mexico, you might first think of Aztec and Mayan artifacts. There are many historical spiritual sites to visit, like the famous Chichen Itza, the Mayan ruins of Palenque, the Aztec pyramid in the Tepoztlan Mountains, or the huge spiritual site of Teotihuacan near Mexico City. When you see these places in person, you can feel how holy they are. You can still feel the special energy that these holy places in Mexico have. Smaller places also draw people because of their spiritual energy. In some churches, Catholicism and Mayan rituals come together. There are abandoned towns in the desert that have a mysterious feel to them. Anywhere in Mexico, you can find spirituality. You can connect directly with the universe, people, history, and your own truth in these holy places. Number 6. United States. Spirituality is a journey that is different for everyone. It really depends on the person to say that one place to visit is more spiritual than another. Some people feel very spiritual just by being in nature with nothing in the way. For some, spiritual places are those with a long history of worship or religious significance. All of these are valid, because who are we to say what is holy to someone else? Still, there are some places in the United States that are more spiritual than others because of their history, the kinds of travelers they attract, or what they have to offer seekers. Sedona is part of one of the most powerful energy vortexes in the world, so it's not surprising that it's one of the most spiritual places in the country. Some people think it is made up of a giant energy vortex, which is a big swirl of earthly energy. Other people think there are 4 important vortexes, at Airport Mesa, Cathedral Rock, Bell Rock, and Boynton Canyon. Number 5. United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is an impressive country because of its rich cultural history. It is made up of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Also, the large number of immigrants and foreigners who live there adds to its wide range of cultures and languages. So, it shouldn't surprise you that the UK is one of the top 5 most spiritually rich countries. The UK is a country that respects and protects freedom of religion and belief. This is because it has signed many international agreements on human rights. The Human Rights Act, which became law in 2000, says that people in Britain have the right to think, believe, and worship as they wish. Most British people say they are Christians, but there are also people who follow Islam, Hinduism, Sikhism, and Buddhism. On the other hand, recent studies show that church attendance has dropped a lot over the past few decades. Make sure to visit Westminster Abbey, Southwark Cathedral, and St. Mary Abbots Church while you're in the UK. There are also the BAPS Sri Swaminarayan Mandir, the London Sri Murugan Temple, and London Central Mosque, all of which are well-known spiritual sites. Number 4. Japan. Japan is a very interesting country. It is known not only for its modern and well-developed cities with beautiful landscapes and skyscrapers, but also for its many different cultures. It has become one of the most popular places to visit and live around the world. Japan stands out because of its high quality of life and many different religions. Article 20 of Japan's constitution says that everyone has freedom of religion. Also, no one can be forced to participate in a religious ceremony or act against their will. So, the Japanese can freely practice their religion and still be completely neutral about religion. Shintoism, which used to be the national religion, is still widely practiced, but so are other religions like Christianity, including Catholicism, Protestantism, and Orthodoxy, Islam, and Buddhism. All of these religions live together peacefully. Number 3. India. India is the third most spiritually rich country on the list. It is home to one of the world's oldest civilizations. It goes without saying that the Indian constitution protects the freedom of religion. Everyone who lives in the country has the right to equality, freedom of conscience, and the freedom to say what they believe, practice it, and spread it. India is a modern country, but its citizens' freedom of faith, no matter where they came from, is very important to it. It's important to note that over the years, the number of Hindus in the country has gone down while the number of Muslims has gone up. Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis, Jews, and Baha'is are some of the religious groups in India. Despite problems, they all live together in peace. Whether you are in a big city or out in the country, your trip to India will give you a chance to learn about its unique spiritual wealth. Gurudwara Bangla Sahib is one of the most visited places of worship in New Delhi. Number 2. Italy. Even though Italy's constitution protects religious freedom, the government just agreed to set up a watchdog to make sure religious freedom is respected around the world. You might already know that Italy is a secular state that gives religious freedom and pluralism a lot of weight. Even though most Italians today say they are Catholic, there are many other religions practiced in the country, which is culturally diverse because of the large number of immigrants. So, one of the government's main goals is now to protect and promote religious freedom. Italy stands out on the Spirituality Index because of its high quality of life and wide range of religions. During your time in Italy, you will visit one of the most famous spiritual sites in the world. Number 1. Canada. Canada has a lot of different cultures because people move there from all over the world. You shouldn't be surprised that it came in the first place as the world's most spiritual country. You may remember that Canada is always ranked as one of the best places to live. The country also stands out on the Spirituality Index because of its religious freedom, diversity, and tolerance. Also, the Canadian Constitution makes freedom of religion, thought, belief, opinion, and expression a fundamental right. So, Canadians can get together to practice their religion without being stopped or limited. All over the country, people practice religions like Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Hinduism, and Buddhism. Also, Canadian religions don't have to register with the government, but they do have to register with the Canadian Revenue Authority if they want to be exempt from paying taxes. During your free time, you can visit a number of holy and religious places. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.